Hi everybody, it's Tanya here from Meraki Coaching, and I have just jumped in to talk to you about the planet Mars and what our warrior friend is up to at the moment. So, in the mythology, Mars is the god of war, and as a planet, he represents our drive, how we assert ourselves, how we get out and achieve the things that we want to do. He's our drive. He's our, helps us achieve our ambitions. And his home sign is Aries, and Aries is all about the self and the individual and the I. So you might find that people who have a lot of Aries in their charts, it's very much about me, and putting themselves first. Now, the opposite sign to Aries is Libra. And Libra is all about balance and harmony and relationships. And Libra is ruled by the planet Venus. So that is very feminine, our feminine energy. Mars is our masculine energy. So what we have here at the moment is the planet Mars, having left his home sign of Aries, and he's halfway around the zodiac, and he's now visiting his opposite in Libra. So a way to think about this actually is if you think of the movie Titanic, and you've got the characters of Jack and Rose, so Leo and Kate. And if you look at Kate Winslet's character, she is, very Venusian. She's the Venus. She's got the gorgeous clothes, she's got elegance, she's got grace. The first class on the Titanic is a very Libran environment. It's lots of harmony, balance. Everyone's very refined. They're very polite. They get along with each other. There might be things simmering under the surface, but they put on that show to create that balance and harmony and elegance. Whereas if you look at Leonardo DiCaprio's character of Jack, he has to hustle. Like he's been has to hustle on the street to make his way. There's a little bit of aggression. There's a little bit of fight. There's that spirit. There's a brashness and a cockiness to his character. And if you see the third class in the movie, like, that's pretty much people who are fighting to survive in a sense, because they're the poorer the passengers, and they really have to fight to get what they want, and to they still have their fun and everything else, but that's a really good way of seeing the two worlds and the two planets. So if you think about the scene when the character of Jack goes into first class to dine with Rose and her family, he's uncomfortable. He's not happy. Like he's not quite sure how to act. Suddenly he has to sit there all refined and be polite and have polite conversation. He's got all these extra bits of silverware that he needs to know how to use. He kind of insults people too, because he doesn't really approve. He speaks his mind a bit out of turn. He's not making friends there. He's not fitting into that refined environment. And so if you think about the planet Mars now being in Libra, it's a bit uncomfortable. It doesn't quite know how to act. And if we look at it in relation to ourselves, there's a part of ourselves that might feel uncomfortable in certain relationships, and might not know how to act, and might step out of turn and might say the wrong things. We might be asserting ourselves way too much with people, or on the other end, we might be being a bit of a pushover. So I kind of see this time of Mars being in Libra as a chance for us to look at how we are with other people, how we are as an individual within relationships, and how we're creating balance and harmony between respecting ourselves and being ourselves, but also creating those strong connections with other people. So Mars will be in Libra until the 20th of November. So it's there for a while. So it's a good time for us to really think about this, and to see where things are going. In, it's not just romantic relationships that I'm talking about here, but also with friends, family, colleagues, like any type of relationship, housemates, because it's a really good opportunity to see where we're honouring ourselves, and how we're learning to cooperate with others. The other big thing that I wanted to mention as well is that we have the full moon in Aries next Monday. And full moons are all about releasing. So releasing things that no longer serve us. So if this week you have a think about the way you assert your Mars, how you are with other people, maybe certain traits or relationship patterns that have been coming up that you want to let go of, next week is a really good time to symbolically let go of all of that. And I think it's going to be pretty special. I mean, Venus is still in her home sign of Libra for a couple more days as well. So, you could have felt the little shifts for a few days while Libra's there going, I'm comfortable, I'm at home. Mars, you're not fitting in, you're annoying me, before she moves on into Scorpio, which I'll talk about another time. But I think it's just a really important period in ourselves and in developing our relationships. So if, however you feel this, it will depend on where the sign of Libra is for you in your chart, and what planets you've got there, as well as to how you're experiencing this in your life, and how it's showing up for you. So if you would like some more insight into that for yourself, then book a reading with me. I offer a blend of astrology and coaching. So we look at your birth chart, and then we put in those coaching steps to help you, make changes, make progress, grow, etc. All those things. So there's one-off sessions, and there's also a big 3-month option as well if you want to go really, really deep. And next Sunday, the 13th of October as well, I'll be running a session on Venus. So we'll be looking at where your Venus falls for you and how you express this in your life. So it's a really good opportunity to, this week to look at your Mars, and then come along next Sunday to really focus on Venus and how she shows up for you. And to start to marry the two elements, the masculine and feminine side of yourself together. So it'd be really great next Sunday, 30th of October, in Ascot Vale in Melbourne. So if you're able to get to Melbourne, come along. My friend Tash will also be there running a themed mini women's circle and some reflection around charting your own success as well. So we've also got our friend doing a beautiful yoga session, and again, we'll be doing a releasing ritual as well. So there's a lot of power in doing that together. So just before the full moon, you can come in and do your releasing there in a group. So tickets available through Eventbrite. Link is in the bio. Hope to see you there, and have fun looking at your Mars and what's going on for you there. I'll talk to you soon. All right. Mwah.